All righty. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is February 20th, 2025, and we got an interesting day on our hands. You had a little bit of data in the morning. It was not enough to move things. You got to hear from Scott Bessent and even Donald Trump yesterday. They were saying things that could have helped the bonds, but generally a little bit of a rally. People are still waiting for confirmation. We don't have much on the calendar, and then everything here with earnings, you got two things. Baba went absolutely insane. I'm even shocked that this thing is knocking at the door of 140. And then Walmart, they didn't have too hot of a guidance, and now it kind of puts you 50-50. Now, do I think it's going to be a big day? I'm not too sure yet. I think we'll be able to get over the earnings, but this whole entire week we've heard more about Japan last night and rate cuts and how that's factoring in. But even though Trump talked about tariffs and a lot of other things, we are not really getting the market freaking out about that. Even with Bessent this morning, people are talking about that. So we're going to see where it takes us. But yesterday, there was a lot of individual news. I think we might get that today. Either way, we going to be ready, Chatadonia. So good morning. How you doing, Gunner? What up, Godfather, CYB, Christy, Carissa Hines, Laker, Jay. What up, baby? What up, Jay Yesko? What up, Ali, Mark, PNC in the house, baby. Alex, King Kong, Brandon, Colt, Curtis, Q, Owen. Good morning, baby. How we doing, Peggy? What up, Humble Business? How you living, Regal? Efren in the house, baby. Aman. Around the world, Jamal, you say. Alex MMA. Bro, it's Friday, Junior. Wake your ass up, bro. What? Good morning. How we doing, Nicholas? What up, Wavy Gravy? The stocks be. Gus Gonzo in the house, baby. Let's go. Hey, Ray. Wait, you got 74 million? What? Let's go. Run it. Good luck, baby. I only read part of that as fast as I could read, but good morning. Brown Tom Crows. Tim Whitman, baby. Rigo. What's going on, baby? Danny V, Stock Sasquatch, Lizzie, Preforce, The Marketer, Wong, Ozzy Del Real, baby, Rogie, Kakuna Marax, Jamie V, El Coyote, and Piggy and Epic Herrick and Robo Hand Tech, baby. So, Chatadonia, good morning. Oh, what up, Coin Fox? Oh, yeah, you guys ready? That's it. At the very least, you should be awake. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, that's, oh, man. You ain't got to be mature. Just be there when that shit occur. That's what my uncle told me. Okay. U.S. stock futures slip. Gold hits fresh record high. U.S. stocks were set for a modest retreat from their latest record highs as concerns around trade tariffs weighed on sentiment. Gold set a fresh all-time high. Contracts on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 slipped by about 0.3%. Palantir Technologies, Inc. was among the biggest losers in U.S. pre-market trading, on track to extend Wednesday's 10% slide after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth outlined plans to cut military spending by 8% over the coming years. Video game platform Vimeo Inc. and used car retailer Carvana Company slumped in pre-market after disappointing earnings. China's Alibaba Group Holding Limited was a bright spot, adding more than 7% after third quarter revenues beat estimates. Its result also helped lift Chinese e-commerce peers, with JD.com Inc. and PDD Holdings Inc. both rallying in pre-market trading. The mixed corporate results added to market jitters over U.S. President Donald Trump's threats to widen trade tariffs and his wavering support for Ukraine and its European allies. The geopolitical tensions lifted gold prices to a new record above $2,954 an ounce. We saw a shift in the tone of the U.S. on how they are going to approach the Russia-Ukraine environment, and this shifting tone is bringing about some uncertainty for markets, said said Shaniel Ramji, investment manager at Pictet Asset Management. The dollar and treasury yields slipped after Federal Reserve's minutes revealed policymakers had discussed pausing or slowing its balance sheet runoff. Data on U.S. weekly jobless claims are due later, with economists expecting the figure to hold more or less steady from the previous week. The report may also give an early insight into the impact of the Trump administration's sweep of the federal workforce. Elsewhere, the yen advanced about 1% to reach its strongest level against the dollar since December on speculation the Bank of Japan will raise rates sooner rather than later. Japanese 10-year government bond yields hit its highest level since 2009 on expectations of a strong inflation print on Friday. Europe's stock 600 index edged higher after Wednesday's decline, though somber earnings capped the recovery. Shares in Renault SA, Mercedes-Benz Group AG, and Airbus SE slipped after their results, while U.S. exposed defense stocks such as BAE Systems PLC and Chinatic Group PLC also lost ground. Trump says new China trade deal possible despite tensions. U.S. President Donald Trump said it would be possible to reach a fresh trade deal with China, signaling he is open to heading off a brewing trade fight between Washington and Beijing. It's possible, Trump told reporters on Air Force One on Wednesday when asked if he would make a new agreement with China. The president nonetheless heaped praise on Chinese President Xi Jinping, but once again did not say if or when they would speak directly. There's a little bit of competitiveness, but the relationship I have with President Xi is, I would say, a great one, Trump said. Yen advances past 150 per dollar as BOJ rate hike bets ramp up. The yen hit its strongest level against the dollar since December, outperforming other major currencies on Thursday amid growing speculation the Bank of Japan will hike rates sooner rather than later. Overnight, index swaps are pricing in an 84% chance of a rate hike by the central bank's July meeting, compared with about 70% odds at the start of this month, with a hike now seen as certain by September. Musk's Doge to lead Trump's purge of federal regulations. President Donald Trump signed an executive order undertaking a massive regulatory review in a bid to fulfill his campaign pledge of eliminating rules he says stifle businesses and innovation. The order requires all agencies to review all regulations to ensure they align with the administration's policies, and billionaire Elon Musk's Doge effort, which seeks to slash federal spending and personnel, according to a White House fact sheet. Doge and the White House's Office of Management and Budget will develop a regulatory agenda to rescind or scale back rules that don't align with Trump's vision, the fact sheet said. The order calls on agencies to not prioritize enforcement actions that stretch statutory authority or exceed the constitutional powers of the federal government, the document said. Lenovo's revenue climbs as AI demand helps offset a PC slump. Lenovo Group Limited posted a faster than anticipated 20% jump in quarterly revenue thanks to demand for AI computing infrastructure, which helped offset a persistent funk clouding the global PC market. The world's largest PC maker posted sales of almost $18.8 billion, surpassing the $17.9 billion average estimate. Net income more than doubled to $692.7 million in the December quarter, though a chunk of that came from a one-time gain of $282 million from deferred tax credits. Its shares slid more than 4% in Hong Kong, mirroring a broad market slump. Top overnight news: U.S. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday he will announce fresh tariffs over the next month or sooner, adding lumber and forest products to previously announced plans to impose duties on imported cars, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals. Politico. Trump said the golden age of the U.S. is back and it is open for business, while he will be working with Congress to pass the largest tax cuts in U.S. history and will dramatically cut taxes with no taxes on tips and hopefully no taxes on Social Security. Furthermore, Trump said they are considering a new concept where they will give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and with 20% to go to paying down debt. Trump said he is not happy with Boeing BA about Air Force One and could buy a used plane or a plane from another country, but also commented that he would not consider buying a plane from Airbus. Senate Appropriations Chair Susan Collins told reporters Wednesday afternoon that funding negotiations with Democrats are not going well as lawmakers stare down a government shutdown deadline in just over 3 weeks. Politico, U.S. House Speaker Johnson says he is waiting on a few developments that might have a big effect on the reconciliation bill. Punch Bowl, traders are ditching America First wagers just a month into Trump's second term instead of extending the period of U.S. exceptionalism in global equities. The S&P's record run has still left it trailing European, Chinese, and Mexican benchmarks. BBG, Fed Vice Chair Jefferson Voter said the Fed can take time when weighing the next monetary policy move, and U.S. economic performance has been quite strong, while he added that U.S. monetary policy remains restrictive. The U.S. labor market is solid and inflation has eased, but is still elevated. Fed's Goolsbee 2025 Voter said inflation has come down, but it is still too high, and once inflation has come down, rates can come down more. And U.S. Pentagon later commented that the budget review aims to save about USD 50 BLN, which will be spent on programs aligned with U.S. President Trump's priorities. U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick said President Trump's goal is to abolish the Internal Revenue Service, according to a Fox interview cited by Reuters. TikTok makes global layoffs at Trust and Safety Unit as part of restructuring, according to Reuters sources. Chinese officials on Thursday vowed to step up efforts to attract foreign direct investment as tensions with the U.S. threaten to accelerate the exit of factories and research centers owned by multinational companies. China's cabinet recently approved a 20-point action plan to stabilize investment from abroad. Nikkei, the RBI is set to buy the biggest amount of bonds in 4 years to tackle a cash crunch in the banking system, according to economists. BBG, more than 60% of Japanese companies, a record high percentage, plan to raise workers' wages next year as they fight to recruit and retain staff. BBG, the European Union is prepared to talk with the United States about reducing its 10% tariff on cars as part of a broader negotiation aimed at avoiding a transatlantic trade war. Politico, UK consumer confidence sank to the lowest level since Labour came to power, the British Retail Consortium said. Half of those surveyed expect the economy to worsen over the next 3 months, BBG. Fed officials can take their time before considering any additional rate cuts, Vice Chair Philip Jefferson said, citing the economy's strength. Austan Goolsbee told an ABC affiliate that inflation is still too high. BBG airs Alibaba rose pre-market after third quarter revenue beat ADR plus 6.5%. Revenue at yuan 280B small beat with S277B. EPS at 21.4. BBG. Alibaba. We have more S&P futures. They are down by 0.3 Thursday morning. Comes after U.S. equities finished mostly higher in another fairly uneventful session on Wednesday. Energy, AD, airlines, semis, EVs, and defensives outperform. Builders, select retail favorites, chemicals, banks, retail, and restaurants among the laggards. Treasury firmed across the curve after yields fell on Wednesday. Dollar down by 0.4. Gold is up by 1. Bitcoin up by 1.3, and WTI is up by 0.4. Markets remain devoid of meaningful directional drivers. Not much new on tariffs, though Trump added levies on lumber and forest products to the mix from earlier this week. Trump also talked up potential for new China trade deal following a report earlier Wednesday that Trump was eyeing a wide range of deals involving purchasing of U.S. goods, investments in the U.S., and even issues like nuclear security. On the policy front, House GOP still facing some resistance to the budget resolution amid concerns about cuts to Medicaid. Shutdown concerns also continue to ramp up ahead of the March deadline. Lots of attention and press on deteriorating relationship between Trump and Zelensky, though impact on U.S. market sentiment has been limited. Initial jobless claims printed at 219, a bit ahead of consensus and slightly higher week over week. However, continuing claims were light of expectations. Philly Fed for February declined a bit more than expected, but still in expansion territory. Notably, survey price indexes rose to the highest levels in more than 2 years. Busy in terms of Fed speak with Goolsbee, Muslim, Barr, Kugler all on the schedule today. Fed messaging remains fairly consistent in terms of not being in any rush to cut rates while still acknowledging that policy remains restrictive. However, market will likely be increasingly focused on any near-term commentary regarding possible pausing or slowing a balance sheet runoff. Flash PMIs, final Michigan consumer sentiment, and January existing home sales tomorrow. Walmart Q4 beat underwhelmed against elevated expectations for full year 26. Guide was below, Baba higher following beat with cloud boosted by AI. Carvana beat with bar high and guide lack specifics. Toast takeaways largely positive, though some scrutiny on GP guide. CF Q4 light but bar low. BioMarin beat and guided above. Klaviyo takeaways largely positive, though some scrutiny on pricing and churn. HST guide missed on higher expenses. Burke beat but DTC disappointed. XS EBITDA guide light. W posted bigger loss than expected. Active customers light. Shake Shack beat on margin strength. ACVA guided Q1 and 25 below, though some thoughts that it was conservative. SKT Q4 FFO and guidance ahead. Cake comps and guide seen as largely in line while traffic was negative and expectations elevated. BHC boosted by beat and better guide of debt restructuring, and Trupanian down big on subscriber growth concerns. Yes, good morning. God is good. That's the first time, too? Oh. Why is that one so? That one was not. Hold on. That's the one. That's the one we needed. Amen. God is good. And shout out to the veterans, baby. Thank you, veterans. Thank you. We have more. Trump says new China trade deal possible. Trump eyeing wide-ranging deal with China involving increasing purchase of goods. Trump expanded tariff plan, including to lumber. EU prepared to talk with U.S. about reducing 10% tariff on cars to avoid trade war. China urges EU talk on EV amid ongoing trade probes. Japan's trade minister plans U.S. visit to seek tariff exemption. Trump's tilt towards Putin shatters Europeans' transatlantic trust. EU doubles down on sanctions as U.S. signals shift. Ukraine, Europe rally behind Zelensky against Trump pro-Russia attacks. G20 foreign ministers meet in South Africa amid Ukraine and trade tensions. Germany Die Link revives as young voters rally against far right. French PM Bayrou survives no confidence vote over migration remarks. Trump delivers conflicting message on Medicare cuts, creating more uncertainty surrounding House GOP budget resolution. 3 House moderates say they're still not on board with the GOP budget resolution. Referencing Medicaid, Senate Appropriation Chair Susan Collins says talks with Democrats not going well as government shutdown deadline approaches. Trump floats return of some Doge savings to Americans and using another portion to pay down debt. White House orders 8% cut to defense budget in each of the next 5 years. Trump aims to abolish IRS, says Commerce Secretary Lutnick. Trump tariff plans stir inflation fears at Federal Reserve. Fed weighs pausing balance sheet cuts amid debt ceiling uncertainty. Fed Chair Jefferson says strong economy means Fed can be patient. ECB Stornos says rates dropping to 2% in 25. Bank of Japan to raise rates in 25 to 0.75, says polls. PBOC holding lends rates amid trade tensions. RBNZ governors see stable inflation but warns of global volatility. Surge in retail flows to speculative pockets of the market may signal tail end of bull market. Citigroup sees limited U.S. stock gains amid Trump policy risk. VIX call surge sparks volatility squeeze fears. Takeovers and activism challenge short selling in Japan. UK household confidence hits a new low under Labor amid tax hikes and price fears. Australia unemployment edges up to 4.1 after cut. Almost 90% of Japan firms believe Trump policies will be negative, impacting their business. Wow. Didn't get to accumulate a lot, but I wouldn't have Baba if it wasn't for being here. Amen, baby. Either way, we got enough, maybe. We got enough. You know, remember, just a little bit could go a long way. That's word to meta. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we in the game, baby. We in the game. But Chattadonia, I think that's all of our headlines here for the morning. I think we got to start hurrying up, though. We're a little bit behind. I'm trying to get you some pre-market movers, but it doesn't want to load for me. Hi, good morning. God bless America. Yeah, I have too many screenshots, bro. Too many screenshots, man. About renewable. Were you the one who said the 75 million earlier? Yeah, email me. I'll take a look, man. I'm always down. I could at least give you some advice, but I mean, can I buy real estate? I like real estate. Trump balanced budget now. Let's give it a shot. Lots of money coming in from tariffs. Do it. DJT, Truth Social. Donald Trump just posted on there. But here they are. Are these all plays? Yes. So, pre-market movers. Maybe I should just... You guys want it big? I've always kept it small. I don't know if you guys want full screen on it. I mean, it is pre-market. But FTAI is up by 16. Completes review, expects to file 10K on schedule. Baba is up by 10 on earnings. BioMarin, 8.2 off earnings. Baxter, 7.9 off earnings. LYG, 7.6 off earnings. PWR, 6.1. NXPI, 3.8 City upgrade. LKQ, 2.8 off earnings. Vale, 2.8 off earnings. LRCX, up 2.4. Susquehanna upgrade. Roku, 2.3. Jeffries upgrade. MSTR, up on the convertible pricing. CCJ, up 1.5 off earnings. MFC, 1.4 off earnings. Snow 1.3 BTIG upgrade. NTR up 1.2 earnings, raised dividend and buyback. Toast is up by 0.6 on earnings. C1 up 17.8 off earnings. Ample up 14. SWTX up 10 off earnings. Shack 9.8 off earnings. Dava up 9 off earnings. CSTM up 8.5 off earnings. NRDS 6.9 off earnings. PRM 6 off earnings. BHC 4 off earnings. ORA 2.9 Jeffries upgrade. Hasbro up 1.3 earnings and new strategic plan. FGen 59 sells Fibrogen China to AstraZeneca for 160. XOS up 31 added to GSA schedule. Herbalife up 26 earnings and new CEO. CVM up 22 says in final phase of launch of Mutokine confirmatory phase 3 trial. Long is up by 19.3. Origin up 14 commences pet cap commercial production. GCI 7.1 off earnings. OSS 5.2 reports $6 million in platform renewals to DoD. Cattle up 5.0 initiates buy at Citi. Big Commerce 4.5 off earnings. Trading lower. Nice down by 12 off earnings. Carvana down 8. Walmart down 8.4. Nibis down 8. AEG down 8. Klaviyo down 5. Palantir down 4.7. Follow through at the DoD, and then they got initiated at a buy at Loop Capital. CVE down 4.7 off earnings. Belander down 4.6 off earnings. Grab down 4.5 downgrade in earnings. Crowd down 1.8. CSO departure. INDV down 18 off earnings. Vimeo down 15 off earnings. IQ down 8.7 convertible offering. Is that it? And then Enovix down 5 off earnings. And then, yeah, these are all down off earnings, smaller caps. Wow. So Chattadonia. Carvana puts. We actually have them. And they're still up. I know, it's a really weird concept. They're like $2 puts, man. Very, very odd. But Chad, there's something more important than all of it, man. For real. And I hope this morning and at the end of the day, man, even if you're like, Josh, thank you for being here. Josh, thank you. It's like, bro, we should be thanking the veterans. For real, man. There's been a lot of things that have happened, and the fact of the matter is, man, we would not be here able to enjoy our freedoms and have the privilege of being inside. And some of you guys are working, and God bless you, baby. But to be in the market and to enjoy this country, if we didn't have people who made such an ultimate sacrifice, I don't think it wouldn't really matter, man. For real. Like, we take so much for granted. So veterans, for real, man, thank you for everything you have given. This is something that we do every single morning. And as of lately, bro, it didn't hit me until yesterday, bro. I'm really, bothered by it, actually. Because I've been telling you, bro, we should do a lot more for the veterans. I hope I could be more annoying about it. But the fact of the matter is, we could house homeless veterans for $6 billion. And, you realize we gave away $6 billion yesterday. It wasn't us, but the Europeans did. And again, it was related to war, man, and it's sad to watch people die. And that's what I'm saying, man, the fact that people gave such a sacrifice, and dude, this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is real. People put their lives on the line. I love this country, and there's soldiers all over, but at the end of the day, man, we have the resources, and people have given so much, but at the very least, I hope we could say thank you. I hope you guys know how appreciated you are, and so that I'm not speaking hollow words. For real, veterans, let's get you that long-term If you need any financial assistance, if I could help you and guide you in any way, you let me know. Let's get you that crib, baby. And you, out of everybody, should be running it up because y'all deserve it and have already made that sacrifice for your fellow brothers and sisters in this great country. So God bless all of you. Shout out to your families as well. I know it wasn't easy. Everybody had to make a sacrifice. And big shout out to anybody else out there giving back to their local communities, all the doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, anybody making their community run. God bless you and thank you, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Oh, it's game time, baby. Horna. Let's go. Oh, Charadonia. So you ready? You ready? I see it, game time. We only got 4 minutes. So now we move on over. Are you guys ready to move it on over? We are going to be moving it on over. I will see you. It's already on this channel. It'll take you there. Or you could go to it. But it's game time, baby. So get ready. God bless you. God bless America. And shout out to the vets, baby. Veterans, thank you for everything. God bless y'all. And I will see you in